Okay, I'm going to read the International System of Units brochure. Copyright statement. The SI Brochure is distributed under the Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 IGO, which permits unrestricted use, distribution, and reproduction in any medium provided you give appropriate credit to the original author and the source, provide a link to the Creative Commons license, and indicate if changes were made. The BIPM and the Meter Convention. The International Bureau of Weights and Measures, BIPM, was set up by the Meter Convention signed in Paris on 20 May 1875 by 17 states during the final session of the Diplomatic Conference of the Meter. This convention was amended in 1921. The BIPM has its headquarters near Paris in the grounds, 43,520 square meters of the Pavillon des Brochure, Parc des Saint Cloud, placed at its disposal by the French government. Its upkeep is financed jointly by the member states of the Meter Convention. The task of the BIPM is to ensure worldwide unification of measurements. Its objectives are to represent the worldwide measurement community, aiming to maximize its uptake and impact, be a center for scientific and technical collaboration between member states, providing capabilities for international measurement comparisons on a shared cost basis, be the coordinator of the worldwide measurement system, ensuring it gives comparable and internationally accepted measurement results. The BIPM operates under the exclusive supervision of the International Committee for Weights and Measures, CIPM, which itself comes under the authority of the General Conference on Weights and Measures, CGPM, and reports to it on the work accomplished by the BIPM. Delegates from all member states attend the General Conference, which normally meets every 4 years. The function of these meetings is to discuss and initiate the arrangements required to ensure the propagation and improvement of the International System of Units, SI, which is a modern form of the metric system, confirm the results of new fundamental methodological determinations and various scientific resolutions of international scope, take all major decisions concerning the finance, organization, development of the BIPM. The CIPM has 18 members, who each from a different state. At present, it meets every year. The officers of this committee present an annual report on the administrative and financial position of the BIPM to the governments of the member states. The principal task of the CIPM is to ensure worldwide uniformity in units of measurement. It does this by direct action or by submitting proposals to the CGPM. The activities of the BIPM, which in the beginning were limited to measurements of length and mass and to metrological studies in relation to these quantities, have been extended to standards of measurement of electricity 1927, photometry and radiometry 1937, ionizing radiation 1960, timescales 1988, and the chemistry 2000. To this end, the original laboratories built in 1876 to 1878 were enlarged in 1929. New buildings were constructed in 1963 to 1964 for the ionizing radiation laboratories, in 1984 for the laser work, and in 1988 for a library and offices. In 2001, a new building for the workshop, offices, and meeting rooms was opened. Some 45 physicists and technicians work in the BIPM laboratories. They mainly conduct metrological research, international comparisons of the realizations of units, and calibrations of standards. An annual director's report gives details of the work in progress. Following the extension of the work entrusted to the BIPM in 1927, the CIPM has set up bodies known as Consultative Committees, whose function is to provide it with information on matters that it refers to them for study and advice. These consultative committees, which may form temporary or permanent working groups to study special topics, are responsible for coordinating the international work carried out in their respective fields and for proposing recommendations to the CIPM concerning units. The consultative committees have common regulations, document CIPM D01, rules of procedure for the consultative committees, CCs, created by the CIPM, CC working groups, and CC workshops. They meet at irregular intervals. The president of each consultative committee is designated by the CIPM as normally a member of the CIPM. The members of the consultative committees are metrology laboratories and specialized institutes, agreed by the CIPM, which sends delegates of their choice. In addition, there are individual members appointed by the CIPM and a representative of the BIPM. Document CIPM D01, rules of procedure for the consultative committees, CCs, created by the CIPM, CC working groups, and CC workshops. At present, there are 10 such committees. The Consultative Committee for Electricity and Magnetism, CCM, new name given in 1997 to the Consultative Committee for Electricity, set up in 1927. The Consultative Committee for Photometry and Radiometry, CCPR, new name given in 1971 to the Consultative Committee for Photometry, CCP, set up in 1933. Between 1930 and 1933, the CCE dealt with matters concerning photometry. The Consultative Committee for Thermometry, CCT, set up in 1937. The Consultative Committee for Length, CCL, new name given in 1997 to the Consultative Committee for the Definition of the Meter, CCDM, set up in 1952. The Consultative Committee for Time and Frequency, CCTF, New name given in 1997 to the Consultative Committee for the Definition of the Second, CCDS, set up in 1956. Consultative Committee for Ionizing Radiation, CCRI, new name given in 1997 to the Consultative Committee for Standards of Ionizing Radiation, CCEMRI, set up in 1958. In 1960, this committee established 4 sections. Section 1, X and gamma rays, electrons. Section 2, measurement of radionuclides. Section 3, neutron measurement. Section IV, alpha energy standards. In 1975, this last section was dissolved and Section 2 was made responsible for its field activity. The Consultative Committee for Units, CCU, set up in 1964. This committee replaced the Commission for the System of Units set up by the CIPM in 1954. The Consultative Committee for Mass and Related Quantities, CCM, set up in 1980. The Consultative Committee for Amount of Substance, Metrology, and Chemistry and Biology, CQM, set up in 1993. The Consultative Committee for Acoustics, Ultrasound, and Vibration, CCAUV, set up in 1999. The proceedings of the General Conference and the CIPM are published by the BIPM in the following series: Report of the Meeting of the General Conference on Weights and Measures, Report of the Meeting of the International Committee for Weights and Measures. The CIPM decided in 2003 that the reports of meetings of the consultative committee should no longer be printed, but would be placed on the BIPM website in their original language. The BIPM also publishes monographs on special metrological subjects under the title The International System of Units, SI Brochure, periodically updated, in which are collected all the decisions and recommendations concerning units. The collection of the Travaux et Mémoires des Bureaux Internationaux des Poids et Mesures, 22 volumes published between 1881 and 1966, and 11 volumes published between 1966 and 1988, seized by a decision of the CIPM. The scientific work of the BIPM is published in the Open Scientific Literature. Since 1965, Metrologia, an international journal published under the auspices of the CIPM, has printed articles dealing with scientific metrology, improvements in methods of measurement, work on standards and units, as well as reports concerning the activities, decisions, and recommendations of the various bodies created under the Meter Convention. Now, as of May 29th, I do want to mention the member states and the associate states. So I'm going to go to bipm.org because I think this is relevant. Member states. There are currently 63 member states and 37 associate states and economies: Argentina, Australia, Austria, Belarus, Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Croatia, Czechia, Denmark, Ecuador, Egypt, Estonia, Finland, France. I think Estonia joined recently. That's why I didn't want to read it directly from here. Yeah, Estonia isn't on here. They joined recently. Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, India, Indonesia, Iran, Islamic Republic of Iraq, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Korea, Republic of Lithuania, Malaysia, Mexico, Montenegro, Morocco, Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Pakistan, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Russian Federation, Saudi Arabia, Serbia, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Thailand, Tunisia, Turkey, Ukraine, United Arab Emirates, United Kingdom, United States of America, Uruguay, and then associates are Albania, Azerbaijan, Bangladesh, Bolivia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Botswana, CARICOM, Cambodia, Chinese Taipei, Costa Rica, Ethiopia, Georgia, Ghana, Hong Kong, China, Jamaica, Kuwait, Latvia, Luxembourg, Malta, Mauritius, Moldova, Republic of Mongolia, Namibia, North Macedonia, Oman, Panama, Paraguay, Peru, Philippines, Qatar, Sri Lanka, Syrian Arab Republic, Tanzania, United Republic of Uzbekistan, Vietnam, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. I guess here's some news. Yeah, Estonia joined. Zimbabwe was reinstated as an associate. What does this mean? New associate Cambodia, Belarus, and Ecuador, and Kingdom of Morocco. So that's good news. Let me see. So they had 59 and 42 here, and now they have 63 and 37. All right, back to here. So this is the introduction to the SI brochure. I'm going to stop the recording.